Hi, welcome back to Grandma Ray Don't Play, and I'm Rachel. So today I'm gonna show you, this is an old dish, everybody usually know how to make it. It's called spaghetti, okay? But are you tired of eating spaghetti the same old way? You just boil the spaghetti noodles and saute the onion, the ground beef, and you put the sauce on it, and that's it. Okay, let's spice it up today, okay? So today we're gonna make stir-fry spaghetti. It's gonna have a new twist. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually cook the noodles. I'm gonna boil them as usual, drain the water off, rinse out spaghetti with the cold water to get the starch out, and then that's how we're preparing the spaghetti, right? Alright, so as far as the rest of it, I'm going to saute the ground beef with sliced up, I have 2 sliced up red peppers, okay? So I'm going to saute the hamburger and red peppers together, and then I'm going to take that out the pan, and then we're going to add in the, I got some very fine chopped onions up and garlic. We're going to put that in the frying pan and season that up, and then we're going to drop the pasta in there to get that all going so that the onions and the garlic and the pasta is all cooking together, and then we'll go from there, okay? Alright, stay tuned. I'm going to adjust the camera. We're going to get started, okay? Thanks for stopping by. Alright, hold on. Okay, so back here I have my water already boiling. It has in it salt and olive oil, okay? And this is our spaghetti that we're using. Any brand is okay. We're not going to get hung up on the brand, alright? So this is how many ounces is this? This is 16 ounces, 1 pound, okay? So remember, 16 ounces equals 1 pound. Alright, so what I usually do is open it and I break it in half one time. So I take half of it out. Like this. And then I just break it in half. Like this. So I have 2 halves. And then I just drop it in. Okay? So that's what we're going to do for the spaghetti. The whole box. Okay, same process. I get it whole. I'm gonna break it in half. I got 2 halves. Okay, and then we're gonna drop it in. So in about 2 minutes, we're gonna stir that, because if you don't stir it, it's gonna stick together. Okay, I was just cleaning up my mess. Alright, now I'm just going to stir the spaghetti so it doesn't stick. You just want to sort of break it up so that it's not in one lump. Okay, I'm going to put my top back on that. And we'll keep an eye on that. Okay, so here's the frying pan. I'm gonna put some olive oil in there. Just a little tiny bit to coat the bottom. Okay, we're gonna turn our fire on. Okay. So the next thing I want to do is I have my 2 bell peppers. I usually cut my vegetables up and then I put them in the freezer. So these have been in the freezer because, you know, if you get some vegetables like bell pepper, you gotta cook it right away, because if not, they start rotting out on you and then you just wasted some money, right? So we can't waste any money. So I just cut mine up and put them right in the freezer. Okay, we're just gonna drop that in. Okay. Just gonna let that cook for about a minute because it's frozen, so I want it to get started there. And then we're gonna add the ground beef right on top of that. Okay, and we're gonna cook it all together and make sure that it's done because you're mixing the ground beef with vegetables, right? All right. So once I get the ground beef in there, then we're gonna season up the whole thing. All right. So let's check on our spaghetti again. Remember, we're making sure that it's not all one lump. Spaghetti takes about 12 minutes to cook. You want to make sure when you cook it that it's not all mushy and soft. You want to actually taste it. You want a little, sort of like a hard crunch, but not hard. How can I say it? So when you bite into it, you can taste the grain, not mush. If that makes any sense. Okay, that looks good. The ice is off of it. Alright, so now I'm gonna add the hamburger. I have about 1.5 pounds of hamburger here. Okay, and drop that in. We're gonna add our seasoning now. Now I'm adding some garlic powder, okay? I'm gonna add some black pepper. And I'm gonna do some Lawry's. You know I love Lawry's. Love it, love it, love it. And now pasta is boiling over, so I'm taking the top off. Okay, and remember, we're doing spicy stir-fry spaghetti, right? So I have here, this is some peppers from my garden. So once you dry them out, you can keep them on the shelf just like this. Okay, let me show you some. I don't know if you can see that or not. No. Okay, let me try this. See? Excuse me. The peppers got to my throat. I'm sorry. Okay. So now here's the peppers. Let me show you how I did one. So here's the pepper, right? That's what it looks like. Okay, and that's what it looks like when I break it up. So all I do is just take it, break it like that. All the insides come out, take out the stem. Okay, and you end up with the pepper like this. It's the same thing as crushed red peppers that you buy in the store. Alright? Alright, so we're going to pour this over the hamburger and the peppers. Get that all in there. Okay. Now let's cook this. This is milk, I always add a little milk to my hamburger ground beef to soften it up. So I would say that I added maybe less than 1/4 of a cup, or around 1/4 of a cup is okay. And what that does is soften the hamburger. Don't add so much milk that it's swimming. You just want a 1/4 or less, okay? Okay, now I want to season that one more time. Garlic again. Pepper. And some Lawry's. We're going to check on the spaghetti. See how we're multitasking? We're doing it all at the same time. Okay, we're going to stir in the seasoning. You're going to cook this until you have no more liquid. Okay. I'm going to put a top on this so until it dries out. Alright? Now remember I told you, you can tell whether your spaghetti is done by tasting it. So we're going to take one out and taste it. If I can get one out. Okay, I have one. Let me taste it. Not quite, it's still a little hard. Check on this. Stir the red bell peppers in the hamburger. It's looking good. Remember, we got our crushed peppers in there, the seasoning. In a minute, when it's almost done, I'll taste it. Gotta make sure that the hamburger is done a little. Done a lot. Okay, so I'm gonna drain the spaghetti off, and I'm gonna finish cooking the hamburger, and then we'll take the next step. Okay, I'll be back. Okay, so I'm back. I just want to show you the strainer that I use to strain off the spaghetti and the ground beef. Okay, you can use any strainer you like. Okay, you can use this, or another thing you can use is this. You just hold it over the side of the pan and you can pour it off. Okay, so it doesn't matter as long as you strain it. And remember, I rinsed the spaghetti with cold water to get the starch out. So here's our end product. Here's the spaghetti. Okay. And here's the ground beef. Alright? I want to show you the spaghetti again. I'm going to show you when you rinse it off. It doesn't stick. They're all single. See that? Okay, that's something I wanted to show you. Alright, so I've cleaned the frying pans out and we're gonna get started. So I'm gonna turn the fire on the frying pan. We're gonna put some olive oil in the bottom of the pan. You're gonna put enough to coat the bottom of the pan, okay? And enough, we might have to add more so that this spaghetti doesn't stick, alright? Alright, so the next thing we're going to add is our crushed onion. This is one large onion and about 3 cloves of garlic mixed together here. Okay, so we're going to put that in. And while that's heating up, let that get started. I'm going to show you the sauce. Okay, this is what I'm using today. This is crushed tomatoes in a heavy puree sauce. Okay, so it says crushed tomatoes in heavy puree, and I got this at my supermarket for 99 cents. Okay, the reason why I like it, I want to show you. It actually looks like real tomatoes. You can see the real tomato portions in there. Okay, all right, so I'm gonna use 2 cans of that. I have one there and one more I have. This one I already took out the can. I can open it. There we go. And this is the other can, okay? So we're going to put that in. Okay, so you can hear our onions and garlic frying up. Okay, I'm gonna enhance it with some more garlic pepper. Garlic powder. Garlic powder, okay? Enhance that, because we want a real garlic taste. Some pepper. I'm gonna put some chives in there, okay? Chives, all right? Let's put about 1/4 cup of that, plenty of it. And some regular salt. I have some sea salt, okay? Okay, let's give that a stir and a mix. Okay, our oil dried up. I'm gonna put some more oil in there. The key to the oil is to keep the bottom of the frying pan lubricated, okay? All right, let's bring our spaghetti in. Let's drop that in. Then we're gonna do like a stir fry. Let's drop some oil on top of the spaghetti. What you're doing is you're going to bring up all of the onions, garlic, and chives right through the spaghetti so that it actually is not laying on the bottom of the frying pan, but mixed into the spaghetti. Let's turn our sauce on. We're going to add to our sauce some Italian seasonings. Let's see if I can find that. Here we go. Italian seasoning. A lot of that. Take the top off and just pour it in. Okay, that was about, I'd say, 5 heaping tablespoons full. Put a little salt in there. And This is grated topping Parmesan. It says grated topping with Parmesan. Okay, I got this Parmesan cheese from the dollar store, $1. If you buy this at the grocery store, it's $2.50. Okay, so we're gonna add some of this to our sauce and to our spaghetti. A lot to the spaghetti. Okay, so I would say I added maybe 1/4 of a cup to the spaghetti, give or take. And add some more olive oil on top of that. And I'll put a little olive oil in our sauce. We're gonna stir our sauce. And let that heat up. Okay, now to our spaghetti. Let's mix in the cheese. I feel it sticking on the bottom, so I'm going to add some olive oil. That's the key. If you feel it sticking on the bottom, add some oil. Lubrication, right? Scrape up the bottom, scrape it up. Okay. Okay, everything is going to start sticking because you put the Parmesan cheese in there. Okay, let's give the spaghetti a taste. See what's going on. I need some salt. I'm going to add some pepper. I taste the garlic, so we're good on that. Our sauce is boiling. Okay, spaghetti's good. Let me check on my sauce. Okay, so remember in the sauce we added the Parmesan cheese, Italian seasoning, okay, and some salt. So we're going to taste that and see what's going on with that. It's a little bitter. I'm going to add 2 packages of equal. Okay, you can add sugar, regular sugar, no sugar. It's up to you. Okay. But sauce is a little bitter, so that helps to get rid of the bitterness. Okay, we'll taste that and see what's going on with that. Okay, got another spoon. Let me taste this. It's still bitter. really bitter. So I'm going to add one more equal. So that's 3 packages of equal, okay? I think that might do it. So I'm going to add some more Parmesan cheese to the sauce. So now that's a total of a 1/2 cup in the sauce. So I have half of this left. I'll show you. And this only cost $1. So I use 50 cents worth of Parmesan cheese. The spaghetti cost $1. The onion and garlic together is about $1. The sauce is 2 cans. That's $2. So let's add this up. 2, 3, 4. $4. And the hamburger was $4. So that's $8. And what else did I do? Oh, and the bell pepper was $2. So that's $10 on this dinner. Okay, that's heated up. So let's take a taste and plate up. Okay, so I have my plate. I have my ground beef. Let me get something. Okay, I'll just use this. And give me a second, I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm back. So I'm going to add some cayenne pepper to the sauce, because remember, this is a spicy dish. In addition to that, cayenne pepper helps get rid of inflammation in your body, and when you get rid of inflammation, you can help with the insulin resistance if you're diabetic. Okay, so it helps your sugar and it helps get rid of inflammation. So we're going to put some of that in because we're doing a spicy dish, so let's go for it. Let's put a couple of tablespoons of that in there. And let's stir that up. Okay. When you cook sauce, it may actually splash on your walls and everything, so be prepared to immediately wipe your walls down, okay? Okay. So we got that all stirred in. I think that's good enough. The fire is on, so it has incorporated into the sauce. Let's put some sauce on here. Oh, let me show you this before I put the sauce on. So this is our garlic spaghetti with herbs and sauteed onions, and this is the hamburger we have with the red peppers, which are the bell red peppers. Okay, so they're not hot, those are sweet, but we did put crushed red peppers into the hamburger mix itself. Okay, now we're going to add sauce on top. And you want to do it like this instead of mixing it all together because it looks prettier, right? Okay. So let's put the sauce on top. Okay, so you're going to notice, I'm going to adjust the camera. You're going to notice that I put the sauce right on the top, okay? So your presentation looks pretty. You can still see your layers. You can see the layer of spaghetti, the hamburger, and the sauce is on top, right? Okay, so let me take a taste and see how this works. I cut me a portion. Let me adjust the camera. Well, let me let you see the plate and the camera. Let's see if we can do that. I don't know if I can. Let me adjust this up a little. See how that works. My editor told me to try to do this, so I'm going to try to stand back and let you see me and the plate. Okay, that works. All right. And let me take a taste. So I have some of everything. I have the hamburger on here. I get a little more. Okay, I got the hamburger on here, the pepper, and the pasta. Here we go. I definitely have the kick of the cayenne pepper and the crushed red peppers. Very good. The red peppers definitely give it a different flavor. Okay, it really stepped up the idea of spaghetti. Okay, all right. So you got the idea, right? All right. Let me give the word of the day. Let me adjust this. The word of the day. The word of the day is make sure you look out for the elderly, right? Don't forget them. You know, your grandmother, the neighbor next door, a friend that you know of that's elderly. Don't forget the elderly. And spend some time with them. You know, have a little conversation. Because if you learn what they learn, then you don't have to experience those pitfalls, and you can grow from their knowledge. They have a lot of knowledge, because years bring knowledge, right? Okay? All right, so spend a little time with the elderly. Show them some love, okay? Let's face it, one day you're going to be older, and you don't want to be sitting home alone and nobody show up to show that they care about you to keep you going. All right? All right. Try that. Okay? All right. This is Grandma Ray Don't Play. I'm Rachel. Please do me a favor. Share this video with someone else. Let them know that they can cook spaghetti in many ways. Okay, so you may not like the sweet peppers in the spaghetti. Maybe you want, I don't know, some fruit in the spaghetti. Maybe some apples or peaches. Yeah, that's right. You can incorporate anything you want in it, right? Or maybe you want some mushrooms. Okay? Let's get creative. Okay? I'm just giving you ideas, and you can take it from there, and you can enhance and really come up with a great dish. Why not? Okay? Alright, this is Grandma Ray Don't Play. If this is your first time stopping by, please don't forget to subscribe. And remember, I love serving you. Thank you. Bye-bye.